Yeah, I built this super simple bench only using cinder blocks and 4x4 post. So let me show you how I did it.
Okay, so the base items I used to make this was 6 cinder blocks, with 2 of those blocks being shorter than the other 4, which gave it the height that I was looking for. And also I used one 10-foot 4x4 post, which I had cut in half. And since I wanted this bench to be a 2-person size bench, the width of it needed to be at least 42 inches wide. So I ended up going 43 inches from the inside edges of the blocks. And in doing so, this made the lumber stick out from the edges of the outside edge of the block by an inch or 2. And that really gave it the look that I was really looking for. And I just stacked them on top of each other, 3 on each side. And also just a side note that these cinder blocks, you'll notice that one side of the block is flat, whereas the other side of it has more of a shape to it. So just keep that in mind. And once they were all stacked up, the lumber can just slide into the holes on the top blocks. And it's that simple. But I'm not going to stop there though. To give it a more finished look and also to make sure that it will last a lot longer, I'm going to get the blocks and the post stained and painted.
Okay, so now I'm going to get the wood ready to stain right here. And to do that, I'm just going to use an orbital sander. And we're going to be using about 120 grit sandpaper to get it smoothened up. Okay, so now we got our wood, it's all sanded down, and off camera I went and got all the dust cleaned off of it, so it's ready to stain now. And to stain it, I'm going to be using some of this Thompson water seal. It's a semi-transparent wood sealer in the natural cedar color. And for the instructions on this, it brings out that if you're using pressure treated wood, which this is, you need to wait 30 days before you apply it. Which of course of that, it's been more than 30 days I've had this piece of wood. In fact, I've had it for a couple months now, as I just now finally getting around to doing this project. And the instructions say that only 1 coat is necessary, but a second coat can be added if you want more of the color in it. So I'm going to do 1 coat, see how that looks after 2 hours, and if I think it needs more color, I'll add another coat to it. Okay, so now we just gotta let this dry for about 2 hours and see how it looks. Okay, so I think that color should be pretty good right there. I think it's been 2 hours since I last put the coat on there. And I think the color is good enough, and you can still see the wood grain coming through it. Now to get the blocks ready to paint, I'm using this Cinder Bullseye 123 primer, and this will seal the cinder blocks and provide us a good surface to apply our paint to. And speaking of paint, I'm going to be using this Krylon Color Max acrylic latex paint in the flat black color, and this is for both indoor and outdoor use. So let's get to painting.
Okay, so now that the blocks and the wood is all stained, painted, and dry, and we can now put it back together. And here's what the finished product looks like.
One of the nice things with these cinder blocks is that, they're sort of modular when it comes to making like a bench or something. So I just made a simple bench right here with no back on it. If you wanted to, you could also take a few more of those cinder blocks, put them up behind here, get another 4x4 post, and then you'd have like a backrest on it. In a way, it's like working with Legos, except these don't snap together and These, if you drop them, they'll actually break your foot. And when it comes to as far as how stable and secure they are, they're pretty good. I haven't seen them slip or anything like that, at least in my experience. But if you need something that's more secure and maybe more permanent, you could use some adhesive or some outdoor caulk to glue them together to prevent them from slipping. But for now, for this project, I still got a lot of other things I'm planning to do out around here, so I kind of want them to be able to take apart easily. It just makes moving the things around a whole lot easier. But if you were to put a back on here, then you definitely would want to use adhesive to connect those back ones.
And here's a cost breakdown of the materials. Now for the base materials, the blocks, they came to $16, and the post was $17. And then the paint and the sealers, all that came to $75, which the most expensive thing of that was the Thompson water sealer. But with that, you do get a lot of product in it, so I can use it for future projects. So the totals for just the blocks and the post, that came to $33. And then for the maybe less necessary items, with the paint and sealer added to it, it comes to a grand total of $107.
Well, I thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Now, if you have any comments you'd like to share regarding this project, maybe you've done your own project like this, similar, I'd love to hear those in the comments. And if you found the video entertaining or helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And until next time, later.